Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Abernethy and I am a GIS consultant at Esri Ireland. Today I'm going to show you how to collect data using Esri's field application Survey123 and then visualise that data on a map in ArcGIS Online. Survey123 is a form-centric application for creating, sharing and analysing surveys. You can collect data on the web, on mobile devices or even when disconnected from the internet. You can build surveys online on the Survey123 web builder or on your desktop using a program called Survey123 Connect. You can include a range of question types, such as multiple choice, add in images, and record in audio. Your survey can be shared with groups or the public, and it can be filled in on a web browser or in the Survey123 app on a mobile device. You can see the results from your survey in real time and analyse the answers quickly on the Survey123 website. The results can be shown on a map, visualised and analysed even further to get the most out of your data. Let's get started and create a survey for a sustainability project on campus. I am going to imagine I am creating a survey that I could use when exploring a university campus. I would fill out the survey every time I notice an initiative or feature that encourages sustainability and answer questions about that feature. An alternative may be to create a survey to understand others' views on sustainability or to gather new ideas for initiatives. I start off by navigating to the Survey123 website and I click Sign In. I am asked to log in with my ArcGIS Online account. Once I am logged in, I can see the surveys I have already created. I could click on any of these to edit the design of an existing survey or take a look at survey results. Today I'm going to click New Survey at the top of my page. I'm given two options for creating a new survey. On the left-hand side we can choose the web designer, and on the right-hand side we can choose the desktop application, Survey123 Connect. Today I will show you the web designer. However, I encourage you to explore Survey123 Connect afterwards. It uses a spreadsheet-style format to create forms with columns for calculations and expressions based on survey answers. So I will click Get Started on the Web Designer option, and I am prompted to give my new survey a name, tags, and summary. Tags are required so that you can search for the item in your ArcGIS Online content. I've called this Campus Sustainability Survey, and I've provided the tags Sustainability, Campus, and College. I've included a summary here to explain what the survey is for, by saying this survey is to collect data on sustainability across the college campus. And I click Create. I am now on the design page of my survey. We can get started straight away by adding questions into the body of our survey. Let's start off with a map question, so immediately we are providing location information. From the panel on the right, I will click Map, and the question is automatically added in. On the right-hand side in the Edit panel, I can fill in the label for this question and a hint. For the drawing tool, you can choose whether you want to add a point, line, or polygon to the map. In this instance, we will use a point to represent each location. The map and extent settings allow you to choose a default base map so that when someone else opens the survey, this is what the map will look like. I will choose the topographic base map and zoom into Dublin as an example. You can zoom in closer to your college campus and set the extent. I will also tick this box to ask for device's location when opening this question. I'm also going to tick that this is a required question. This means the survey can't be submitted unless this question has been answered. I will click Save so that I don't lose these settings. To add another question, we click on Add again. You will see that the map question is now greyed out. This is because you can only have one map question per survey. This is because a feature service is created to hold the answers to the survey. Each record in this feature service will be one point or feature, and you can't have a feature service with a mixture of points, lines, and polygons. I will now click on single line text, and it automatically places that question onto my survey. In the Edit panel on the right-hand side, I will provide a label to ask what is the sustainability initiative in this location, and I will also tick the box to say that this is a required question. I will now add in a multiple choice question. And my label will be who is most likely to use this measure. And in the hint box I will write choose as many options as appropriate. For choices, I will write in each of my options in turn, clicking the plus icon if I want to add in additional options. Although Other is a tick box option, if you tick that box it can change the look of the question. For example, if I change the appearance to horizontal and then tick the box to allow Other, that appears as one line across my survey. So instead of doing that, I can untick this box, click plus and add in Other myself. I can then change the appearance to horizontal compact and they're all on one line. Next up, let's add a question to rate the sustainability initiative you have found. This time I am adding in a Likert question. My label for this will be, do you agree that this is a worthwhile sustainability initiative? And the hint will be, choose one of the answers from the scale below. You can change how many options you would like to appear on the scale and type in different labels for each option if you like. Again, I will click that this is a required question and click Save. Let's now add in an image question so you can take a photo of the feature and upload that along with your survey results. To do this, we click on the image question option. For the label, I will add, please provide a photo of the feature, and the hint will be, use the camera on your device or upload a photo you've taken previously. You can choose whether the user can upload an existing photo or only use the camera to take a new photo. You can also specify how many images each user should upload. I will not make this a required question, but I click Save again. Finally, I will add a final text question so that more information can be provided about the initiative in place. From the Add panel, I will choose multi-line text. The label for this will be, please provide any additional information in the box below, and the hint will be, mention ways this could be improved on or why you think this measure is useful. Again, I click Save. You can click on any of the questions in the survey to make changes, and you can also reorder the questions by dragging them to a different position. At the bottom right-hand corner of each question, you have the option to delete the question or to duplicate the question. You can see there are lots of question types, and I highly recommend you have a play around with each of these, as you may discover a question type that suits your survey perfectly. Other good examples include the single choice grid and a drop-down question option. They could be used in a similar way to single or multiple choice. A single choice grid could be used to rate individual features of the measure in place. Let's take a quick look at this. I have added in the single choice grid, and for the label I will write, rate the following components of the sustainability measure. In the choices, which are the columns, I will include poor, average and good, and you can add in more if required. In the questions, which are the rows, I will add in location, ease of use and visual appeal. I'm also going to tick this box to say it's a required question. Now when someone is filling out the survey, they can rate each of these three options and state whether they are poor, average, or good. Take some time to look at the other questions available. You can always delete them if you don't like it. I will now click on the Appearance tab to the right-hand side to change the look of my survey. I can change the background colour and even upload my own image, but for now I will choose the turquoise background. The Options panel allows me to create my own thank you screen, which appears when someone has submitted a survey. You may want to change this to fit in more with the topic. You can also tick this box, which means users will be prompted to submit another record. That could be a good idea here, as it is likely you would move to another location and input another set of survey answers. So I will tick that box and click Save again. I will now preview my survey by clicking on this button at the bottom. And you will see that we are initially taken to the view of the survey in a web browser. I can click on the icons on the right-hand side to view it as a phone or tablet. I'll click the X icon again to close that screen, and I will now click Publish. When I click Publish, I am asked if I want to modify the schema of my survey. To explain this in terms of spatial data and mapping, think of each survey response as one feature in a map layer. You use the map question at the start of the survey to state where this is, and each of the answers to the questions are attributes to this point. These attributes can be viewed in a table, and that table has field names or headings for each attribute. You can click Modify Schema and change those field names. By default, they are given the same name as the label for each question, but with underscores in between the words. So for example, I will change the name of the location field, which comes from the map question, to location. I can continue and change the other field names too. This is not mandatory, but it may make things easier later on. Once I am happy with the field names, I can click Publish. Now that the survey is published, we're going to make sure that the appropriate people can take part in the survey, and we do this on the Collaborate tab. You can see here there is a link to the survey, and you can also show a QR code. You can choose how you would like the survey to be opened, and I will choose the second option here, so that there are the options for a browser or the Survey123 field app. The next step is to choose who can submit to this survey. This is the same as choosing how to share a content item in ArcGIS Online. You may have a group set up for others in your class and you would like them to be able to access this. You could be doing a project for the public or for people who don't have a login to ArcGIS Online. In that case, you would make the survey public. As always, you just need to think about what you're asking and whether it is appropriate for the information to be public. So I will choose everyone. Further down this page, there are other settings that may be useful. For example, allowing multiple submissions. And you could set an opening and closing time if you only want people to submit the survey in a particular time period. Remember to click Save if you make any changes on this page. Next along the menu at the top is the Analyse tab. This is where we can see results of the survey, but of course I don't have anything to show just yet, so let's open the survey and create some data. I'll just go back to the previous page so that I can copy the link. And I paste that into a new tab. So I have two options here, so first of all I will show you in the browser. So I'm just going to fill in some example answers here for a point in Phoenix Park, just as an example. So you can see I've plotted my point on the map. I've said that they're recycling bins that students are most likely to use. I agree that it's worthwhile. I didn't upload an image this time. I've written in a comment and I've rated the components of the measure. So I will click Submit. I'm going to go back to this page and copy the link again so I can show you what it looks like in the app. You can install a version of the mobile app on your laptop so that you can take a look at what it would look like if it was on your phone. So again, I will fill this out with another example. So I have chosen another point on my map, explained what it is, ticked the options, added in more text and rated the components. So I will click Submit. For this one, I'll say Send Now. There we go. And if I go back to Survey123, I can now click on the Analyse tab. And we can see that my two records are now here. As you scroll down the page, each question is shown in turn with stats on the answers. For example, the first text question, which asked what the initiative was, this box shows you the most common words in the answers. If you have at least 20 answers for a text question, you can create a word cloud from the results. For the questions that had different choices as their answers, there are bar charts to show you how many times each answer was chosen, along with the number and percentage below. You can change the graphs to show pie charts or column charts as well. At the top of the page, you can click Print, and of course you can print a paper copy. That would go slightly against what this survey is about, but an option here would be to print it as a PDF if you wanted to send this report to somebody else. The next tab is the Data tab, and this is where mapping and spatial data come back into play. Immediately we can see the map showing the points I submitted to my survey. The answers are also in the table below. I can click on a feature on the map or on a record in the table to bring up the survey answers in a panel on the right-hand side. As the owner of this survey, I can edit the results and I can also delete records from the survey. One thing to remember here is that the survey produces a layer, that is a set of points, and in ArcGIS Online we call this a feature service. At the moment, the points or features are shown on a map, but that is to provide context and show you where the points are located. At the top of this page, I can click Export, and I can save a copy of the data in CSV format or other GIS-friendly data formats. We can also click Open in Map Viewer. This opens up the ArcGIS Online Map Viewer in a pop-out window. From here, you can build a map with the data produced from your survey. You could change the symbology, which means maybe changing the color based on the type of sustainability initiative that is in your feature service. You may want to add other data to this map, provide other context, and then you can save this map and it will be found in your ArcGIS Online content page. However, at this stage, you can get more functionality if you open up ArcGIS Online itself. So I'm going to show you exactly where your survey results can be found in ArcGIS Online. So I'm going to close this and go to ArcGIS Online in a second tab. And if I go to my contents page and just refresh this, you will see that there is a folder that has been created for your survey results. Survey Campus Sustainability Survey. So here I have the form, and I also have the feature layer that has been created from the survey results. These two views have been built off this feature service based on settings when creating the survey. But for now, we're just interested in looking at this layer. So I will click on this. If I click on the Data tab, I can see the same two records in my table that I could see on the Survey123 website. From here, if I click on Overview again, I can then add this layer to the map. And that is something we're going to talk about in a second video as I introduce you more to ArcGIS Online and the functionality that you have in there. But for now, I will leave you here on Survey123, and thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you the best of luck with creating your own surveys. Thank you.